Welcome to English Hoot, everyone. I'm Lily, your friendly guide to breaking out of your comfort zone and having fun while doing it.
And I'm Sam. We're here to make sure learning English is not just helpful, but also entertaining. So, grab your favorite drink, sit back, and let's talk about stepping out of your comfort zone.
Yes, today's episode is all about getting out of that cozy little bubble you've built around yourself. It's easy to get stuck in a routine, right? Wake up, go to work or school, scroll through social media, eat, sleep, and repeat. It feels safe, but Sam, is it exciting?
Not at all. It's like living in a hamster wheel. You just keep going round and round, but you're not really getting anywhere. You think, everything's fine, why change? But guess what? That comfort zone is actually stopping you from achieving awesome things.
Right. It's like a warm blanket that's cozy but gets smaller and smaller the longer you stay wrapped up in it. You start feeling like everything is just okay. Not amazing, not terrible, just fine.
Exactly. And you might not even realize it's happening. Suddenly, you're stuck in a routine that feels like autopilot mode. Wake up, work, eat, sleep. Doesn't sound bad, but it's not exactly thrilling either.
If you've ever said, "I'll do it later," or "someday I'll change," then you know exactly what we mean. And here's the problem. Later never comes. Someday never shows up. You stay in the same place, just waiting for something to happen. But nothing changes unless you make the change.
Yeah. And here's the thing about comfort zones. They can hold you back without you even noticing. You stay in a job you don't like, hang on to relationships that don't grow, or follow routines that don't challenge you. But deep down, you're not growing. You're just getting by. Does that sound familiar?
Oh, for sure. I know I've been there. Like last time I wanted to go for a run, but kept thinking, nah, I'll do it tomorrow. It was so much easier to just stay on the couch. But guess what? After that, I felt disappointed. It wasn't the run that was hard. It was pushing myself to get started.
Exactly. Avoiding discomfort might feel easy, but it makes you feel smaller. It chips away at your confidence. And the more you avoid, the less you believe you can handle anything new.
So, how do we get out of this mess? Well, the first step doesn't need to be huge. It can be something small. For example, when I wanted to improve my English, I made a promise to myself. I said, I will speak English for just 5 minutes every day. That was my first small step.
5 minutes. That's it? I love that. But you know what? That's the beauty of small changes. They don't need to be big at first. Slowly, over time, those little steps become bigger steps, and before you know it, you've transformed.
And you start feeling proud of yourself. That's the magic of sticking to it. Once you build that trust with yourself, everything becomes easier. It's like, oh, I did that? What's next? Small wins lead to bigger wins, one tiny step at a time.
And I've got a little secret for you. It takes about 21 days to turn a new behavior into a habit. Yep, 21 days. So, what if we break your big goal into 3 parts of 21 days each? That's only 2 months, and boom, you're a completely different person.
So, what happens in the first 21 days? Well, let's be honest, it can feel a little weird. You might ask yourself, why am I doing this? Is it even worth it? And that's okay. Sam, when you started working out, didn't you feel a little strange at first?
Oh, totally. The first few days were like, why am I doing this? I could be relaxing on the couch. But by the end of week 1, I started noticing some changes. Nothing huge, just a little extra energy.
That's it. It's not about seeing huge results in the beginning. It's about sticking to the plan. By the second week, you start feeling lighter, physically and mentally. You won't see a huge difference in the mirror, but inside, you're already feeling stronger. It's like building a new version of yourself.
Exactly. And here's a cool thing. During those first 21 days, you're not focused on the outcome. Nope, you're focusing on the process. You're not trying to run a marathon on day 1, but you're showing yourself that you can do this. You're building trust in yourself. And trust is huge.
It really is. And once you hit the second 21 days, watch out. You'll start to notice people around you saying things like, wow, you look more energetic. Or, hey, what's your secret? And guess what? That's your sign that your little changes are starting to pay off.
That's right. Hold on a second, Lily. Don't let it go to your head just yet. This is when you have to keep going. It's easy to slow down and think, I've done enough. But trust me, the trap is right there. You've only just begun.
Oh, I know. This is the stage where it's so tempting to say, I've worked hard enough, and maybe take a little break. But the key is to keep pushing. You're not just trying to change anymore, you're living the change. It's about making it part of who you are.
And then when you reach the final 21 days, that's when the real transformation happens. By this point, it's not even a habit anymore. It's part of your identity. You're not telling yourself, I have to work out today, or I have to study English. It's just, you do it naturally.
That's when things get exciting. Speaking English, for example, doesn't feel like a chore anymore. You're having conversations without even thinking about it. It's like, oh wow, I can actually speak fluently now. Your brain has completely changed, and suddenly you realize you've done it.
And that change, it's permanent. It's no longer something you have to remind yourself to do. You don't need to tell yourself, I should study English, because now you want to. It becomes part of your rhythm. You've rewired your brain, and that's where the magic happens.
And here's the best part. People start noticing. They see how much more confident you are. They see the changes in your energy, in your attitude, and in the way you carry yourself. You've become the person you've always wanted to be, and without even realizing it, you've inspired others to do the same.
It's like that ripple effect. Your small changes influence the people around you. They see you becoming stronger, more confident, and suddenly they want to make changes too. You've set off a chain reaction of growth. How cool is that?
It's amazing. And the best part is your comfort zone changes with you. It's no longer a place of hiding or fear. It becomes a place of strength, a place you've built for yourself by stepping up and taking action.
That's right. And here's the secret. The more you step out of your comfort zone, the easier it gets. You don't have to do everything all at once. Just take small steps, keep moving forward, and soon you'll find yourself living a life you never imagined before.
Exactly. And once you've built this new comfort zone, guess what? There's always room for more. There's always something else to learn, another challenge to face. Whether it's learning a new skill, exploring a new hobby, or pushing your boundaries even more, there's always more growth to be had.
That's the beauty of this process. It never stops. As soon as you get comfortable with one thing, you'll find something else that excites you. And trust us, it gets easier the more you do it. So the question is, what will you challenge yourself to do next?
Exactly. And as you keep growing, you're not just changing your life, you're inspiring others to change theirs too. Whether it's getting fitter, learning English, or becoming a more confident version of yourself, you're showing people around you that they can do it too. It's like planting seeds of motivation everywhere you go.
So now you might be wondering, how do I stay motivated? That's a big question, right? Sometimes when you're making these changes, it can feel like you're stuck. The excitement of the beginning fades, and you're left wondering, should I keep going?
Ah, yes, the famous, I want to give up feeling. It's totally normal. Don't worry. But here's the thing. Motivation isn't something you can always rely on. Motivation comes and goes, like the weather. But what doesn't change is your ability to stay consistent.
Exactly. And that's why it's super important to set small, achievable goals. Break your big goal into tiny pieces. When you reach each milestone, celebrate it. That way, you're constantly feeling a sense of accomplishment. You'll feel like you're moving forward even when the big results aren't showing up yet.
And it's okay if you don't feel motivated every single day. The key is to keep showing up, even on the tough days. For example, if your goal is to speak English more fluently, don't stress over speaking for an hour. Just aim for 5 minutes. Sam, do you remember when we started practicing English every day? We didn't do it perfectly, but we kept going.
Oh, I remember. There were days when I was tired or I felt lazy, but we stuck to it. And guess what? Little by little, it started paying off. We didn't have to do it perfectly every time, but consistency was key.
Exactly. So don't get discouraged if things aren't happening as quickly as you'd like. Success doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be consistent. Trust the process. Small steps every day will bring big results over time.
And if you slip up, no big deal. Everyone has those days. The important thing is that you keep going. Don't beat yourself up over one mistake. Just get back on track the next day.
Yep, one mistake doesn't mean everything is ruined. Think of it like a detour in your journey. It's not the end of the road, it's just a little bump. What matters is that you keep going. Every step forward counts.
And don't forget to celebrate the small wins. Whether it's having a successful conversation in English or completing your daily walk, take a moment to pat yourself on the back. Those little victories are the ones that keep you motivated.
You know, sometimes we forget to celebrate ourselves, but every time you reach a milestone, no matter how small, you're getting closer to your goal. So give yourself credit.
And that's how we build momentum. When you have momentum, you don't need motivation to keep moving. Momentum is like a snowball rolling downhill. It just keeps growing the longer you push. And trust me, once you get that snowball rolling, you'll find that things get easier.
I love that. Momentum is so powerful. Once you've gotten past the first difficult steps, things start to flow. And even when you feel tired or uncertain, the momentum keeps you going. You've already taken the hardest steps, so now you just need to keep that ball rolling.
And guess what? It doesn't even matter if you're not always feeling motivated. You just have to stick with it. Motivation isn't the key to success. Consistency is.
So true. And as you continue on this journey, something amazing will happen. You'll start to trust yourself more. You'll start believing that you can achieve whatever goal you set for yourself.
That's the power of small promises. At first, you might doubt yourself. You might feel like, can I really do this? But once you start seeing progress, your confidence grows. And soon, you'll realize, wow, I've already come so far.
Exactly. Building trust in yourself is huge. Each time you keep a promise to yourself, no matter how small, you're proving that you can do it. And the more you do it, the more you'll start believing, I can handle anything.
And here's the best part. As you step out of your comfort zone, you're becoming a new version of yourself. You're not just changing your habits, you're changing your identity. You're becoming the person you've always wanted to be.
Yes, you are growing into a more confident, stronger, and more capable version of yourself. And that transformation doesn't just change your life, it can inspire others to make changes in their own lives too.
It's like a ripple effect. When people see you pushing through challenges, they start to think, hey, maybe I can do that too. Your journey of growth can motivate others to step out of their comfort zones as well.
Exactly. And that's the power of being a role model. You don't even realize it, but your actions are encouraging the people around you to become their best selves.
It's like you're building a community of growth. You step out of your comfort zone, and suddenly others feel empowered to do the same. It's beautiful how one person's journey can spark a whole chain of change.
I love that. And that's what it's all about, helping each other grow and supporting each other along the way. So whether it's learning a new language, getting fit, or reaching any goal you've set for yourself, just remember, you don't have to do it alone. Surround yourself with people who encourage you, and you'll be unstoppable. Now, let's talk about one of the most important parts of all of this, building resilience. This is the ability to bounce back when things don't go as planned. It's one thing to make progress, but what happens when things get tough?
Ah, yes, the tough days. They're coming, don't worry. We all have them. But resilience is what helps you keep going. When things aren't going well, it's easy to feel like giving up. But remember, the hardest moments are the ones that help you grow the most.
Exactly. When you push through those tough moments, you're building mental strength. You're showing yourself that you can handle difficult situations. Every time you face a challenge and keep going, you become a little bit stronger.
Think about it like lifting weights. At first, it's hard, and you feel like you can't do it. But the more you push yourself, the stronger you get. The same goes for your mind. Every challenge, every setback, it's making you stronger and more resilient.
And here's the cool thing. Each time you face a setback, you're not just surviving, you're learning. You'll start to see setbacks as opportunities to improve, not as failures. It's all part of the process.
Exactly. You know, when I first started learning English, I made tons of mistakes. I worried a lot about saying the wrong things, and sometimes it felt embarrassing. But now I don't mind as much. Every mistake is just a chance to learn something new.
I love that. And the same goes for anything else. Whether you're trying to get fit, study more, or learn a new language, setbacks are going to happen. But they don't define you. What matters is that you keep going. It's all part of the journey.
And that's where consistency comes in. Even when things get tough, if you keep showing up, you'll find that things start to get easier. You won't need motivation to keep going because you'll be so used to doing it.
That's right. And when you stay consistent, you start to see progress, even if it's small. Over time, those little steps add up to big changes. It's like putting money in a savings account. You don't see the growth every day, but over time, you've built something valuable.
I love that comparison. And don't forget, motivation isn't always there, but momentum is. Once you start, momentum is like a little helper that keeps pushing you forward even when you don't feel like doing it.
Yes, momentum is so powerful. The first few steps are the hardest, but once you get into the groove, it feels like you're on autopilot. And the more you push yourself, the easier it gets. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, but as it goes, it gets bigger and faster.
That's such a good image. And you'll start to feel more comfortable with the idea of stepping out of your comfort zone. The more you do it, the easier it gets. Before you know it, stepping outside that zone becomes your new normal.
I love that idea. So, let's talk about how you keep growing once you've stepped out of your comfort zone. What's next? Well, the cool part is that the journey doesn't end. There's always something new to challenge yourself with.
Exactly. Once you get comfortable doing one thing, whether it's speaking English more confidently, exercising regularly, or learning new skills, you'll find that your comfort zone starts growing with you. You start feeling more comfortable with change and new challenges.
And that's the beauty of growth. You don't just become a better version of yourself, you expand your comfort zone. You can handle new challenges with more confidence because you've proven to yourself that you can do hard things.
Yes, and once you get used to stepping outside your comfort zone, you start to see opportunities everywhere. You start to notice all the new things you can learn, the new skills you can develop, and the new experiences waiting for you.
It's like opening a door to a whole new world. When you embrace change, the possibilities are endless. And the more you step out, the more excited you become about all the new things you can try.
You start to feel empowered, like, I can handle this, I've done it before, and I'll do it again. And that confidence starts showing up in all areas of your life.
And don't forget the ripple effect. When you start growing and changing, you're not just improving your own life, you're inspiring the people around you to do the same.
Oh yeah, I've noticed that too. When I started making changes, my friends started asking me how I did it, and they wanted to start making their own changes too. It's like you're planting seeds of motivation for everyone around you.
It's such a powerful feeling to know that your actions are inspiring others, and it's a great reminder that you don't have to do it alone. You have a whole community supporting you, and together, you can all grow.
Absolutely. Whether it's learning a new language, getting healthier, or just becoming a more confident version of yourself, you're not just changing your own life. You're creating a wave of positive change that can spread to others.
So, we've covered a lot today. Getting out of your comfort zone, building momentum, and pushing through those tough moments. But there's one last thing I want to talk about. Celebrating your progress.
Yes. It's so easy to get caught up in the idea that success only matters when you've reached the end. But the truth is, success is built on the small wins you collect along the way.
I love that. Every small step you take, whether it's speaking English for just 5 minutes a day, going for a walk, or even just making it through a tough day, is a win. And you deserve to celebrate every single one of them.
Totally. It's like collecting little trophies along the way. So, when you have a good conversation in English or you stick to your workout for the day, give yourself a high five. Take a moment to say, "Wow, I did that. You earned it."
Yes, celebrate the small stuff, because those little wins build up to bigger ones. And when you're constantly celebrating your progress, you stay motivated to keep going. It reminds you that you're moving forward, even if the journey feels long.
And here's the best part. By celebrating, you start to enjoy the process. You stop focusing so much on the destination and start appreciating the journey itself. And when you enjoy the process, you're more likely to stick with it.
Exactly. And here's something even better. As you keep going, you'll notice that your comfort zone doesn't feel like a prison anymore. It's not something that holds you back. It becomes a place of strength, a place where you've built new habits, new skills, and new confidence.
That's right. The beauty of stepping out of your comfort zone is that you don't just change your habits, you change your identity. You become someone who's capable of handling whatever life throws at you. You become someone who's not afraid of challenges because you know you can handle them.
Yes, and remember, every time you push past fear and discomfort, you grow a little bit more. The more you face challenges head on, the easier it gets to handle them next time.
And it's never too late to start. It doesn't matter where you are in your journey, whether you've already taken the first step or you're still thinking about it. The important thing is to just start.
Absolutely. So, whether it's learning English, getting fit, or just becoming a more confident person, remember this: you have the power to change your life. And it all starts with one small step. You don't have to do it all at once. Just take it one day at a time.
And when you look back at where you started, you'll be amazed at how far you've come. Trust me, that's one of the best feelings in the world.
You've got this. Keep pushing forward, keep celebrating those wins, and keep stepping out of your comfort zone. Because the life you've always wanted is just one step beyond that old comfort zone.
And we're here cheering you on every step of the way. So, what are you waiting for? The adventure is just beginning.
That's right. Thanks for joining us on this journey today. We hope you feel inspired to take that first step, no matter how small. Keep listening, keep learning, and keep growing with English Hoot.
We'll see you next time, and remember, you're always just one step away from a better version of yourself.
Bye for now, and keep stepping out of your comfort zone.